Namaste. Welcome back to my YouTube channel eEducator. In this video, we discuss about standard 10, okay, subject social science, and as usual, we discuss about the textbook exercise of chapter number 20, social problems of India and challenges here. Okay, lesson number 20. And still, if you have not subscribed my channel, and if you are watching the video first time, if you are not subscribed, subscribe my channel and see the playlist of channels where you can find other chapters videos. Even you can also find those videos which are okay. I have listed in a description box of the videos here. And still, if you have any queries related to videos or any questions related, you can send me the comments here. Okay, if you like, share with your friends and subscribe the channels here. And if problems, send me the okay comments. अगर आपको कोई problem है तो comments के अंदर मुझे बताइए. Okay, let's start the discussions of exercise. Before the discussions of exercise, okay, as recently the board has uploaded 2025-26 weightage of okay marks here. Weightage of chapter has been uploaded here. As per that, okay, I'm going to upload the PDF in the description box. वो weightage वाला जो PDF है आपको ये वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक में दूंगा, वहां से आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो, देख सकते हो. हर एक सब्जेक्ट का वो पीडीएफ के अंदर एवरी सब्जेक्ट हैज बीन मेंशन हियर, द वेटेज एंड द पेपर पैटर्न्स हैज बीन मेंशन इन देयर, सो यू कैन सी दैट, बट इट इज इन अ गुजराती हियर. ओके, वो गुजराती मीडियम गुजराती के अंदर दिया गया है, आप समझ लेना उसको. दैट मेंशन इन गुजराती, बोर्ड हैज अ पब्लिश देम इन गुजराती हियर, अवेलेबल इन गुजराती even, so that as per that the weightage of lesson number this 20 is of 5 marks. Okay, total weightage of lesson number 20 is a 5 marks. कितना lesson number 20 का जो weightage है वो 5 marks का है. ओके, ये चैप्टर ऐसा है कि 5 मार्क्स के अंदर ये लेसन के अंदर से 2 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं और 3 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं. 4 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन अभी तक ये चैप्टर से अंदर से आया नहीं है. सो इसमें चांसेस ज्यादा है कि 2 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चंस एंड 3 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. ज्यादातर 2 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चंस एंड 3 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चन. इसके अंदर टेररिज्म, रिबेलियन रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस दिए गए हैं. टेररिज्म एंड रिबेलियन वाला है. ओके, टेररिज्म, सोशल इफेक्ट ऑफ टेररिज्म, इकोनॉमिक इफेक्ट ऑफ टेररिज्म. Okay, difference between okay, terrorism and rebellion here, not on a rebellion or Naxalist movement. So these are the some important parts of this lesson here. So we'll discuss here. It may have a okay, if it is a 2 marks, possibilities are there 2 marks के 2 क्वेश्चन भी हो सकते हैं और एक ऑब्जेक्टिव भी हो सकता है इसके अंदर से, और 3 मार्क्स का एक क्वेश्चन और 2 ऑब्जेक्टिव भी हो सकते हैं. चांसेस ऐसा नहीं कि 4 मार्क्स के लिए तो इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, लेकिन 2 मार्क्स और 3 मार्क्स के लिए क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं. ज़्यादा चांसेस इसमें मैं 2 मार्क्स को रख देता हूँ कि ज़्यादातर क्वेश्चंस तो पहले वाले एग्जाम में उसमें से 2 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चन इसमें से पूछे गए. ओके, सो 5 मार्क्स का वेटेज है, 2 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चंस और 3 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चन इसके अंदर से हो सकते हैं. ज़्यादातर 2 मार्क्स वाले ही रहेंगे. Okay, let's start here. These are the long answer. Okay, answer the following questions in a detail. These are the long answer, and while writing the answer, you make sure that we'll write the answer into the point wise, and handwriting must be neat and clean here. And you can also okay follow the same methods while writing the answer in the answer sheets here in a so okay exams here. Exam के अंदर जब answer attempt कर रहे हो आप देखिए कि आप आंसर पॉइंट वाइज लिखेंगे. ओके, और ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कॉपी टू कॉपी ये पॉइंट आप फॉलो कीजिए. अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट्स एंड okay, find out the important points and follow those important points while writing the answers here. Answers into the okay, exams here. So exam के अंदर आप आंसर लिख रहे हो तो important points ये नोट डाउन कीजिए, नोट्स बनाइए, अंडरलाइन कीजिए while writing the exercise, और वो okay, आप एग्जाम के अंदर मेंशन कीजिए. So given introductions of a constitutional provisions for the welfare and development of a scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So for the welfare and development of a scheduled caste and scheduled tribe के लिए कौन कौन से constitutional provisions बनाए गए. Okay, constitutional provision 2 टाइप के यहाँ पर दिए गए, जनरल प्रोविजन है और स्पेशल प्रोविजन है. जनरल प्रोविजन एंड स्पेशल प्रोविजन, 2 प्रोविजन हैज बीन मेंशन हियर. सेपरेटली जनरल भी आ सकता है एग्जाम के अंदर और स्पेशल भी अलग से पूछ सकते हैं. इसके अंदर आर्टिकल्स बहुत सारे दिए गए. आर्टिकल जितने भी दिए गए वो आपको याद करनी हो, ऑब्जेक्टिव के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. So for the development of the welfare and scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes, the following provision has been made in a constitution. Provisions are there. One is given a general provisions here. So General provisions mean it applicable for everyone here. It applicable for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes also. It applicable to everyone, every caste in India here, every religions in India here. So general provision is general for everyone here. So according to the Article 15 of a Constitution, so Article 15 of a Constitution is a parts of a fundamental rights. It's a right parts of a fundamental rights का article है, article number 15 here. इस article number 15 is about right to equality का article 15 दिया गया है. So, so as per the right to equality, what is mentioned that there is a no discriminations on the basis of a religious, community, caste, and birthplace. A person is not discriminated on the basis of a religion, basis of a community, basis on the caste and birthplaces in India here. So there is a no discriminations on the basis of a religions, basis of a communities and caste. So that applicable to everyone. Is also applicable to scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and applicable to other religions also here. So person is not discriminated, not make a differentiate on the basis of religions, whatever the community, caste, whatever the birthplaces in India. Second number, so everyone is free for entering shops. Okay, is per article 15 have mentioned there is no discriminations. Even every person has given a freedom to enter every shops as for the purchasing products in the shops. All the public restaurants, hotels, places of a public entertainment without any kind of a discrimination. So without discrimination, persons are allowed to enter all the shops, ओके पब्लिक रेस्टोरेंट होटल एंड प्लेसेस से आप वहां पर आराम से जा सकते हैं, कोई मना नहीं कर सकते कि आप ये रिलीजन से हो, आपको अलाउ नहीं करेंगे. दैट हैज मेंशन इन अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. सो आर्टिकल नंबर 29. So what is suggest the article number 29? So any person in India has a right to preserve their own language, script and a cultures here. So right to okay protect their language, their script. Script में जो language को इस हिसाब से लिखी जाती है, script and the cultures. So all the persons, all the citizens, all the citizens in India, all the person in India, they have a right to preserve their own language. They have a right to preserve their script, and they have a right to preserve their culture. And B, what is mentioned there in the B, a person will be allowed to enter any institutions which is run and maintained by the government without discrimination. Okay. All the citizens in India, they have a free to enter all the public institutions. These, whatever the institution is maintained or run by the government here, government who provide the monies and who government who maintain or administer or run by the government. So without any discriminations, without discrimination, person will be allowed to enter any institutions और पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशन में आप जा सकते हो. 29 special provision. Look, these are the general provision, article number 15 and article number 29. Article number 15 and article number 29. Article number 15, which is about equalities, and there is no discriminations here. Even here is also article number 29 is about the preservation of a language and script here, and they were allowed to enter all the public places or all the government institutions without any discrimination. These are the article number 29. Some special provision. Okay, these are the special provision okay, applicable for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Applicable for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe के लिए various article has been formed here. Look at article number 14.6. Article number 46 was suggested. So the article has been mentioned in textbook here. So a state would take care of educational, social, and economical interest of the backward class of a state. Okay, so state here means the government would take care of educational institutions, social and economical interest of backward class of a state. Okay, those were the backward class, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. Those were backwards here. So that development of education, development of social and economical development is taken care by the state here. Now, specially scheduled castes and scheduled tribes will be protected against social injustice and exploitations. Here, so Article 46 suggested that all the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes people, they are protected against the exploitation in society or against the social injustice in a society. Article number 16 clause 4, what is said article number 16 clause 4. So article 16 clause 4 क्या बोलता है कि the state government will have a right to provide reservations to the backward classes in the jobs and the appointments here. So state government will have a right, we have a right that what is right to provide a reservation, those scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, to equivalent representations with the other streams or other societies, other categories people, other religious people, those backward classes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, socially and educational backward classes. So they have given a reservations, certain reservation has been given in the government jobs and various appointments in a government department. Article number 330, 332, 334. Okay, these articles 330, 332, 34. What is suggested here? So these articles suggests some seats are in a legislative assembly. Okay, legislative assembly and parliaments are reserved here. So seats for legislative assembly and seats in the parliaments are reserved for what? For whom? They are reserved for scheduled caste and they are reserved for the scheduled tribe here. So some seats has been reserved in a legislative assembly, even in the parliament for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So reserve की गई वहाँ पर scheduled caste और शेड्यूल ट्राइब का ही मेंबर वहां पर आता है. देयर इज नो रिजर्वेशन सीट्स इन राज्यसभा के अंदर कोई रिजर्वेशन सीट नहीं है. सीट आर आल्सो रिजर्व्ड इन शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट फॉर द शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट एंड शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब इन ग्राम पंचायत एंड म्युनिसिपलिटी. सो ग्राम पंचायत लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नेंसेस, ग्राम पंचायत, तालुका पंचायत, द जिला पंचायत, डिस्ट्रिक्ट पंचायत, म्युनिसिपलिटीज, सीट आर आल्सो रिजर्व्ड in this local self governances here. Some other steps for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So some other steps has been taken by the government for the scheduled caste, for the development of a scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Some are mentioned here. Look at here. The hostels have been opened for the for a scheme has been launched to offer scholarship for the student. Okay, hostel has been opened. Hostel has been opened for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe where students can live and study here. Even various kind of a scheme has been launched for the offer of a scholarship for higher education, okay, 11, 12 standard, even for the primary levels also they are providing a scholarship for the higher educations, master degrees, and okay, that level also scholarship has been provided for to the children. Counseling and training classes for the competitive examinations has been started here for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes for to appear in a competitive examinations. Various class 3, class 2, class 1 examinations are conducted by the various bodies in Gujarat state government and various state here. So that to have the training and counseling that even for the preparations of a competitive examinations, that kind of that classes has been started by the government. Residential school that is called ashram sala. Okay, residential school or ashram sala, so kind of a school. It is with the hostels. With the hostel, education is also provided. School and hostels are in a one ground. Yeah, school and hostel in एक ही कैंपस होता है, उसके अंदर स्कूल भी होती है, हॉस्टल भी होता है, वहाँ पर रहना खाना और सब कुछ स्टूडेंट के लिए होता है. हैव बीन सेट अप फॉर एजुकेशनल प्रोग्रेस. Even okay, minimum requirement ages, fees, qualifications have been relaxed for the candidates of these groups for government job. Look, these are the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. For the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, certain relaxations has been mentioned for the age relaxation. Like कि कोई exam के अंदर, sorry, कोई government job के अंदर, appointment के अंदर कोई relaxation अगर 35 year है, तो relaxation scheduled caste के लिए 3 year का, 5 year का, इसको relaxation generally 5 year का relaxation scheduled caste और scheduled tribe के लिए दिया जाता है. 5 year relaxation है. Okay, एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन, सर्टेन फीस, फी के लिए भी रिलैक्सेशन वहां पर दिया जाता है कैंडिडेट्स okay, फॉर द ग्रुप्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट जॉब. वेरियस गवर्नमेंट जॉब के अंदर ये रिलैक्सेशन अलग अलग रहते हैं. नाउ प्रोविजन ओनली फॉर द शेड्यूल कास्ट. ओके, स्पेशल प्रोविजन जो थे, जनरल प्रोविजन फॉर एवरीवन, स्पेशल जो प्रोविजन थे वो शेड्यूल कास्ट शेड्यूल ट्राइब दोनों के लिए एप्लीकेबल थे. नाउ दीज आर द प्रोविजन ओनली फॉर द शेड्यूल कास्ट. ये जो प्रोविजन है सिर्फ शेड्यूल कास्ट के लिए एप्लीकेबल है. Article number 17 years for the right to equality. Article 17, untouchability is totally eradicated. So untouchability which followed in the societies, जो सोसाइटी के आज भी कहीं कहीं पे ये दिखाई देती है untouchabilities which totally eradicated. Eradicated is total remove here, removed, and its practice is form of prohibited. So practice of untouchability is a punishable crime. As per the article number 17, untouchabilities has been removed and practice of untouchabilities, practice of any form of untouchability is considered a legally punishable crime. It is a punishable crime, untouchability. So it's a totally eradicated and practice of any form is a prohibited. Article number 17. Remember this article number 17. Article number 25, what it suggests, Article number 25, state are given right to frame a law or okay, continue an existing law which permit a public institution for social welfare or reforms to keep the Hindu religions institutional keep. That regarding certain permission has been given to the states. Okay, states and the government has been, state government has been given here to frame the law, अलग अलग law बनाने के लिए, और जो भी एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ है वो कंटिन्यू करने के लिए, एंड परमिट्स अ पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशन सोशल वेलफेयर के लिए जो पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशन जो काम करती है, रिफॉर्म्स के लिए जो इंस्टीट्यूशन काम करती है, रिलीजन्स के लिए जो काम करती है, उनके लिए ये आर्टिकल्स बनाए गए हैं. Provisions only for the scheduled tribes. Okay, provisions only for a scheduled tribe. ये scheduled tribe के लिए जो provisions क्या है, आर्टिकल नंबर 19 क्लोज 5 इज अ राइट टू फ्रीडम. ये आर्टिकल नंबर 19 क्लोज 5 है, राइट टू फ्रीडम के अंदर आता है. तो राइट टू फ्रीडम empower the governors of a state. Governor of a state has been powered with article number 19 clause 5 of the state to impose restrictions. So governor can impose a restrictions in the interest of scheduled caste or the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, or the right to unrestricted movement of people of any reasons to settle down there, to acquire properties, to carry out businesses or a trade. ओके, इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ अ शेड्यूल कास्ट नहीं आएगा, यहाँ ट्राइब आएगा, ये सिर्फ ट्राइब, शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लिए है. ओके, दिस प्रोविजन इज फॉर द शेड्यूल ट्राइब, सो इट इज अ शेड्यूल ट्राइब. सो एम्पावर द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ अ स्टेट टू इम्पोज रिस्ट्रिक्शन मूवमेंट्स, जो आप अलग अलग राइट टू फ्रीडम के अंदर इंक्लूड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स over the right to unrestricted movement of people of any regions to settle down there or acquire properties or carry out businesses. और अगर शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लोग जनरली फॉरेस्ट एरिया के अंदर कहीं पर भी रहते हैं, वो कोई एरिया के अंदर वो ट्राइब को बचाने के लिए गवर्नमेंट रिस्ट्रिक्शन कर सकती है, वहां पर उनके दूसरे ट्राइब लोगों को, दूसरे रिलीजियस के पीपल को वहां पर अलाउ नहीं किया जाएगा. उनके उनको कल्चर को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, उन लोगों के प्रोटेक्शन के लिए, स्पेशली ट्राइब का प्रोटेक्शन के लिए government can impose various restrictions here. Okay, people may not be allowed to they were not allowed to purchase a property, they were not allowed to carry out a business or trade in certain restricted area. That has been, so this right has been given for the protection of a scheduled tribes and rights of a tribes, and not be exploited by the other society. So now question number 2, state the social effects of a terrorism. Social effect, economic effect आपको करनी है, ये क्वेश्चंस इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टेट द सोशल इफेक्ट्स ऑफ अ टेररिज्म. ओके, इसके टेररिस्ट अटैक की वजह से सोसाइटी के ऊपर क्या इफेक्ट रहता है, लोगों के ऊपर क्या इफेक्ट होता है, उससे रिलेटेड है. So terrorism leads to disintegrations of nations. It creates a disintegration among countries here. So terrorism creates a feelings of a fear. Because of a terrorism, fears has been created among a people. Okay, डर का माहौल ज्यादातर रहता है terrorism की वजह से. Suspicious among the people because of the activities like fears, robbery, violence हो सकता है terrorism की वजह से. So its effects felt in all age group. Its effects in all the age group of a societies. Education suffer adversely terrorism affected area. those area which are terrorist affected, generally terrorist ज्यादातर अटैक करते हैं और terrorist एरिया है ज्यादातर, तो वो यहाँ पर एजुकेशन अफेक्टेड होता है. स्कूल कॉलेजेस ज्यादातर बंद भी रहती है, कभी भी बंद करने की जरूरत हो जाती है वहां पर. एजुकेशन सफर एडवर्सली एज अ रिजल्ट टेररिज्म और mutual faith feeling brotherhood diminished. Okay, they were destroyed. We do not have the faith on the other religions, other people, other societies here in the people who are living. So mutual faith, mutual understanding, a feeling of a brotherhood. Okay, to have the faith to have a faith with other citizens, other peoples who live in a society, religions, people who live in a society. So they diminish. Many times it leads to the communal conflicts. Communal conflict arises between the two communities, arises between two religions also, and social arrangement are shared into the fragments here. Okay, shared into the फ्रेगमेंट मतलब सोशल अरेंजमेंट है, जो रिलीजियस का अरेंजमेंट है, जो जैसे लोग रहते हैं वो उसके अंदर प्रॉब्लम हो सकते हैं कम्युनल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की वजह से, कम्युनल फाइट की वजह से, कम्युनिटी की फाइट और रिलीजियंस की फाइट की वजह से। chaos एंड अनरेस्ट इज जनरेटेड इन अ सोसाइटी, chaos होता है, अनरेस्ट होता है सोसाइटी के अंदर, ज्यादा ये हो सकता है। people cannot celebrate social functions enthusiasm with enthusiasm, so functions celebrations okay cannot be with enthusiasms से नहीं हो सकता है because of effects of terrorism. As a result of it, interrelation connecting people are also disturbed. Interrelations, relations between one person to the other person, one society to other societies, one caste to the other caste, one community to the other community, that also disrupted here. They also disrupted, discontinued also. खत्म हो जाता है. Question number 2, answer the following questions point wise. State the steps which should be taken to eradicate a communalism. So it's also important. What steps has been taken by the government to reduce a communalism? Communalism, the problems occurs between two communities, fights, okay, quarrels occur between two communities, okay, they are communalisms between fight between two community or two religions. How it can be eradicated, how it can be removed. Eradicate, remove कैसे कर सकते हैं, reduce कैसे कर सकते हैं. So at the first, government should take the punitive action, good actions against the communal elements, those people, the certain group of societies, also certain group of people in the societies which create a communalism, उसके against के अंदर अच्छे step लेना चाहिए, और we need to try to eradicate communalism from a society. So education can play an important role in eradication of communalism. Education is the best weapon to remove communalism in society. And in our education, the curriculum, positive things have positive things should be mentioned here, have been included to remove the communalism. Other than the other than that, prayers of all the religions are organized. Okay, other than that, prayers of all prayers in the school premises or in the school, prayers of all the religions should be organized, should be given equal opportunity, okay, equal chances of all the religions के, और सभी religions का prayer का organize करना चाहिए उससे लिए. Social functions are celebrated, social function of all the religions are celebrated, so the children develop the respect of all the religions here. So children have the respect to all the religion. Political party based on communal ideas should be given, should not be given recognized. Those party which based on particularly one religion should not be given recognition. Then the radio, TV, cinemas are the best audiovisual aid to reach common people, and through them messages of a secularism, tolerance should be spread here. So these are the medium to spread a secularisms here. So we can spread the secularisms, we can make aware to the citizens with okay, regarding the secularism, tolerances in our country. But for the progress of a nations, religious leaders and political leaders should work together to combat the problems of a communalism. So for the progress of nation, religions, leaders and political leaders, that we should we should work together. We should work together to combat the problem. What are combat? To fight the problems of communalism. Communalism का जो problem उसको remove करने के लिए we should work together. Youth must come forward to remove communalisms. Youth, those were the youth. They must come forward to remove communalisms at the social and educational level. It should be tried. Youth development, secular and scientific attitudes of youth should be developed. For this purpose, not only government but society should also try. Not only the government, society also should participate in this kind of works of to remove the communalism. So understanding the fact that national interest, national prides are above the religious. So national interest, national prides are above the religious, caste, state or languages. So we should always uphold our national interest. We should always uphold the nationalism. People in one threads, and we nurture the nationalisms, and national integrity is the most important. Okay, they are above than the religious, caste or any of languages in a country. Second number, give an introduction. It's about introduction. What is about introduction? Introductions of a constitutional provision for the welfare and development of a minority. Those were the minority terms of number of people who are living less comparing the other religious or other community. एक community के लोग ज़्यादा है, दूसरे community के कम है. So minority terminology may be different. एक religions कहीं पर ज़्यादा हो सकता है, कहीं पर भी कम भी हो सकता है. So special provision has been made in the constitution to protect and encourage their religious, language, culture and script. So now, National Minority Commissions, one commission has been set up to protect the rights and interests, welfare and progress of minorities. So for the protection of minorities, this has been done by the National Minority Commission has been set up. So the right to religious, especially to minorities, assure them that they can spread their religions even. So their assurity should be given, protections should be given here to the minority to spread their religion activities or celebration of religion. The law does not permit forceful religious conversation. Religious conversation should not be there. It's not allowed here. Forcefully religious conversation is not allowed. Any educational institution taking government grants cannot teach religious teaching. Where those those educational institutions which are running on government grants or taking the government grants or run by the government or maintained by the government cannot teach a religious teaching, but particularly one religious teaching is not done by the education institution. All the religious communities have a right to acquire, maintain properties for the religious activities. So all the religious they have a all the communities they have a freedom to maintain their properties for the religious activity. The minority have the right to preserve the script and culture as a culture as per the culture and education right. They have a given right to preserve their culture and their script. Any educational institution receiving government grants cannot refuse an admissions on the basis of religion, caste. So person or students cannot be denied to get admissions on the basis of religions, race, caste, colors or languages here. Institution receiving government grants or which run on the government money or funds. All the sections of a society have a right to retain and develop a language and script of their own choice, establish the run educational institutions and for protection of a growth and development. Okay, for the protection and growth of their cultures, all the sections, all the religions, minorities have a given right to develop their language, to spread the language, to preserve the script and languages their own choice, and they can establish an education institutions which based on their language, based on the script here. So that growth and culture के लिए अपने language को protect कर सकते हैं, अपने education institution भी चला सकते हैं वो. The state government provides facility to grade a primary education in their mother tongue. The responsibility of a state government, they make the facilities to provide them education in their mother tongue to children of the minority. Those minority like in Gujarat, we have the Gujarati medium primary. With the Gujarati medium, you may also find certain schools which are Sanskrit medium, Urdu medium, Marathi mediums, even Hindi medium school are also working in Gujarat. So those were the minority community based on languages. They may also have a right to take the primary education. So responsibility of the government to facilitate the education facilities to the minority. State the economic effects of a terrorism. So okay, what are the economic effects of a terrorism? Okay, because of terrorism, helpful atmosphere of a development of a business and industries are not created here. So when terrorist attack or terrorist area जहाँ पर ज़्यादा terrorist attack होते हैं वो area के अंदर atmosphere of develop business development वहाँ पर नहीं होते, industry का development वहाँ पर नहीं होता है. So business and trade related are adversely affected. Business and trade relations are adversely affected those area which are terrorist affected area. And due to the negative effects on business and industries, people migrated to the other places. So people take the migrations because of employment, problems of employment, because of destruction of industry or business or trades are affected. So the people who migrate one place to the other place for the earning के लिए और काम के लिए. Some terrorism or terrorist organizations extort money from rich. Okay, rich person may kidnap उनके चिल्ड्रन को किडनैप किया जाता है, उसके पास से पैसे लिए जाते हैं. रिच पर्सन, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, एम्प्लॉइज है और बिजनेसमैन may kidnap, their family members are kidnapped, and these organizations try to extort monies, try to take the monies from these rich people. Terrorists are engaged in anti-social activities, anti-social against the society, like they used to do drug trafficking, they do the black monies, and result of socio-economic problems are created in our country, in the country. Now terrorists destroy railway. Look at terrorists during attack of that destroy the railway, radio stations, roads, bridges. Other government offices are also destroyed here, and because of destruction, government has to pay crores of rupees. Crores of rupees have to be spent to re-establish them for the construction of railways, bridges, radio station. जब construction दूसरी बार करना पड़ेगा, we need to spend a crores of rupees again. So government also has spent crores of rupees for safety and protection. For safety के लिए terrorist से बचाने के लिए army के लिए पैसे खर्च करने पड़ते हैं. So for safety and security के लिए protection के लिए government has to spend a lots of money. As a result of terrorism, state and national transportation industries, tourism industries have also suffered a great loss. So those were the state industry or national industry, transportation industry, tourism industries, they also suffered and have the great loss. Thus, terrorism is socially as well as economically harmful. Thus, it is necessary to solve this a problem. Question number 3. Answer the following questions in a brief. Okay, a short answer के अंदर ये explain the difference between a rebellion and terrorism. Okay, remember rebellions and terrorism के बारे में आपको यहाँ लिखना है. Look, rebellion is a national problem. Rebellions belong to the countries. Okay, rebellions belong to the countries and they rebels against their government, state government or national government. It is a global problem. Terrorism is a global problem. May belong to the own country or may belong to the other countries also. So it is spread on the regional level against the own government. These are spread at a regional level in one state or two state against the central government के against में भी हो सकता है और state government के against भी हो सकता है. So it is either like some of the areas of like a rebellion areas of a झारखंड एरिया है. okay, even the eastern state के अंदर rebellions areas जो आए वो government के against rebels करते हैं ज़्यादातर. It is either against one countries or the against of other countries. So these are terrorist organization may against their own country also and they against the other countries. It is spread at the international level. It is carried out with the help of a local people. Those local people, local residentials, they carried out the rebellion activities and they may be they may or not get a local support. They may or may not get a local support. लोकल सपोर्ट उसको मिलता है ना भी मिलता है. लोकल सपोर्ट टेररिज्म के अंदर हो भी सकता है. फोर्थ नंबर, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ स्टेट इज सफर फ्रॉम द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ रेबेलियंस is hindered. Look, development of a state, those state which having problems of rebellions, developments is suffered in the country, in those state or region. Development of countries suffer from the terrorism the terrorism even development is hindered. Hindered means development is a stop because of a terrorist activities at national level and terrorist activity at the state levels. Write a note on a Naxalism. So we need to write the information of a Naxalism. So that Naxal is inspired by the Chinese revolution. China revolutions. Leaders of Mao Zedong is a Chinese revolutionary persons here. Leaders of a Mao Zedong. Some Naxalists started this insurgency in India and which inspired by Mao Zedong. That persons in China then did the revolutions and established a establish a communist party in China. So that some of the communities, some of the group inspired with the work of Mao Zedong, and some Naxalites started insurgencies in India for the first time in 1967 in West Bengal. Okay, in West Bengal के अंदर ये शुरुआत हुआ 1967 के अंदर. So Fayez ideology is called Naxalism because of originated in a village Naxalbari in West Bengal. So this ideology which insurgencies has been started in West Bengal in a Naxalbari village. In Naxalbari village के अंदर से शुरुआत हुआ था. So these ideology, Fayez ideologies, which insurgencies which generally oppose the government here and they are work against the government ideology, that it calls the Naxalism because of it originated in a Naxalbari village in a West Bengal. So with the beginning in a West Bengal, it spread now in a okay, Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, Odisha, Tripura, Madhya Pradesh, and mountainous and forest regions of these states. Generally, in the in these Naxals, so Naxals, they used to live in the mountainous area, forest area, which are inaccessible, easily पहुंच नहीं पाते हो, वो एरिया के अंदर ज्यादातर ये लोग रहते हैं. Generally, they oppose the development activities of in the state. जनरली स्टेट की गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट के अंदर ये लोग रहते हैं. गवर्नमेंट आर ट्राइंग टू कंट्रोल नक्सलिज्म्स. गवर्नमेंट बहुत तरीके से ट्राई करे कि नक्सलिस्ट को सरेंडर करवाया जाए, उसको कंट्रोल करे. There are two major organizations. Okay, the number of organizations are working. Two major like a People's War Group and Maoist Communist Center. These are the two Naxalism groups which are working at a different working in the different parts of a country. ओके, दीज आर द आंसर्स आर ऑलरेडी डिस्प्लेड हियर. आंसर पहले से यहाँ पर आ गए. सो आप देख सकते हो कि ऑन द विच इन ऑन व्हाट इज सोशल स्ट्रक्चर बेस्ड हियर इन sorry on what is India's social structure based. So India's social structure based on casteism. On which basis is a scheduled caste decided? So there is a no special definitions in a constitution. So what is called a scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Scheduled caste किसको बोलेंगे, scheduled tribe किसको बोलेंगे, उसके लिए कोई special definition नहीं है. Certain list article 341 346 something दिए गए जिसके थ्रू scheduled caste scheduled tribe decide किया है. None of these आएगा. Generally शेड्यूल कास्ट के अंदर अनटचेबिलिटीज का फॉलो किया जाता है, बट अनटचेबिलिटी हैज बीन presently removed here as article 17. Untouchability has been removed here as considered as a practice of a okay, punishable crime. So on what basis? There is a no kind of a कोई ऐसा टेक्स्ट बुक के अंदर ही लिखा हुआ है कि there is a no special definition is mentioned in a that. Certainly one list of a tribes has been mentioned there in the article which are considered scheduled tribe and scheduled tribe. So इसके none of these answer रहेगा. Third number, under which articles of the constitution untouchability has been removed? Article 17. Which of the following global problem? Global problem क्या? Terrorism is a global problem. ओके, फिफ्थ नंबर, फिर भी आंसर यहाँ पर आ गया. लुक, और एक टेबल आपके टेक्स्ट बुक के अंदर दिया गया है कि ये जो अलग अलग रेबेलियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो ईस्टर्न ईस्टर्न स्टेट के अंदर जो है उससे रिलेटेड ये शॉर्ट फॉर्म दिए गए. आप वहां से फाइंड करें. फिफ्थ के अंदर सी आंसर आता है. त्रिपुरा के अंदर जो काम कर रहा है वो ATTF है. मणिपुर, तो फिफ्थ के सी अंदर फिफ्थ के अंदर सी ऑप्शन है. सेकंड मणिपुर के अंदर क्या आता है? सेकंड नंबर ओके डी है, दैट इज के NF. नागालैंड के अंदर बी है NSCN. फुल फॉर्म टेक्स्ट बुक के अंदर देख लेना. फोर्थ ए है ULF है. दीज आर द रेबेलियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस व्हिच आर वर्किंग एट अ डिफरेंट लेवल. Okay, these are the okay exercise of lesson number 20 here. I hope you like these videos. Number of still exercise, some chapters exercise still remaining. I will try to upload as possible as early in this YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe the channels and share with your friends here. And if you have a query, you can send me in the comment box. Thank you.